you go, girls. There we go. All right, everybody up on the couch. Come on. That's a good girl. All right. Y'all, she stays up there for 5 seconds. All right. Oh. Okay. Let me move this stuff so I can check and make sure everything is working. Okay. All right. Oh, that's velvet. Okay. Alrighty. How are y'all? Did y'all have a good dinner? Let's see. Make sure everything has come back up. Hold on, it's moving slow. Okay. Okay, good. That's working. Okay, it is working. There we go. Okay. I got a hot mess up here. Hello, hello. I went and grabbed a couple things because of a few of the questions we had. Did I bring my phone in here? I might not have brought my phone in. Hold on, let me get my phone so I can get those questions. Okay. Yes, I got to take my phone out. No, I didn't. I used it, didn't I? Take pictures? Where the heck did I set it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. All right, now I got it. Sorry, I had taken pictures of what I did earlier, and I guess I left my phone over there. Not realizing I did it. Yeah, she is pretty chilled. Okay. So I brought stuff to do another, inside of a tree topper bow. And I brought a few things. So I had questions about using, like tulle and unwired ribbon. So I brought a few little examples. Okay. And we're going to make a really cool tree topper bow, and we're going to make a railway bow. When I say that, I mean on a staircase, the rails that go up and down. We're actually going to make a bow that's going to go down the whole length of this swag, because that's kind of the new thing, is to put a swag with just the bow on it. All right. Okay. I told y'all it was a hot mess over here. All right, so let's talk first about unwired ribbon, tulle, and that kind of stuff. This is burlap, just regular, everyday burlap. Okay. You can make bows with this. Like, you can literally make bows with anything. You can make bows with fabric. There's that ply again. So if we cut 24 inches. So usually when I'm doing bows that are out of non-traditional materials, I will cut the bow separate from the tail, and I will gather it in the back. See how I just kind of overlap them, and then I'll just go straight up the center. Okay, and there's a lot of different things you can tie this with. Now you can tie it with zip tie, you can tie it with jute, you can tie it with wire, you can actually just tie it with a little jute string. I don't know if I even have jute. I do. Okay, so you can just take a piece of jute, okay, gather that up, so what keeps these up is the gathering in the middle, okay? So that's what's going to make it look like a bow. It's that gathering in the middle. See, and then we can make a tail. Okay. You can actually do the tails like this. You can do two tails, or you could do one tail in half, like this. Hey there. Okay. One really great thing to put on top of things like burlap is to put a little bit of lace across the top of it. It's an unexpected look, but it looks great. But see, you can make bows just like that. Tulle. Okay, so for tulle is a lot like deco mesh. So you make your loop, and then the big thing with tulle is to take a minute to pull it out, just like this, okay? But you can see you can make bows with the tulle just like you can with the deco mesh. You see this? So you just spend a minute pulling the tulle out, just like that. Can you see? Tulle is a really great thing to put in the back of ribbon. It looks super pretty. It's very light, it's very airy and frilly. It looks great in the back of bows. So you see there. What did I do with that? Okay, look. See how cute is that? Right in back of that one. Let's put a little piece of wire on it. Where is my wire? I don't know where my wire is. It's hiding. Here it is. Hey, Mama. Okay. I would just use this temporary. I do not like to use wire on bows, and I'm going to tell you why. I will poke myself every single time I use wire on bows, and I hate it. It hurts, and it's unpleasant. And you know what? Zip ties don't cut you. They don't poke you, and they don't stab you, and they don't make you bleed. So I would honestly much rather use zip ties than to poke myself, because I'm just like that. Okay, so let's do another loop. So we're doing like 6-inch loops. But the trick with these is to fluff it all out. Okay. Okay. Like this. But you see, you can make a bow out of it. You can tie them with zip ties. I'm just tying them like this so you can kind of see what it looks like. See? Just very airy. But it will stay up. You just have to spread them out. Okay, that's funny. All right. Now, what did I do with that other? I had it out here. Maybe it's buried. Here it is. So I did a video with this ribbon right here, and I want you to go watch that, because when you're using unwired ribbon, one thing that you can do is cut slits in it, just like this. Then you put your zip tie in there. Let's cut just a little bit more on this side. Now I made a big bow with it, but this is all unwired. Now a lot of people use wire, but like I said, I will avoid wire like the plague, because I have cut myself too many times. Because I'm sort of klutzy. Alright, see then, when you pull these out of here, you twist them. Did I just have the 2 loops? Yeah, I think so. And then they'll stay up. So the trick with unwired ribbon, especially this kind of silky ribbon, you just cut slits in it, and then you pull it up and you twist it, and it'll stay up. So that's how you deal with that kind of ribbon. Okay, here's some unwired ribbon right here. What in the world? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, unwired ribbon. So what I usually do with this is I'll make mini bows. Let's make a little bit longer tails. Just like that. With the unwired ribbon, it's gonna be hard to get it to stand up like regular ribbon. Now you can twist it just like you do with the other, but you're not, once it's kind of starts to droop, it's really hard to get it to not droop. Okay, so that's why everybody uses the wired. And even if it's super nice, expensive ribbon, like D. Stevens, it's still unwired. Okay? So don't bother with the expensive stuff because it's just like the non-expensive stuff. Let's see. If I do use wire, I tend to use this kind of wire that comes in cut strips in the packages. It's a little bit thicker. It's a little easier to use. See? These are really great for little packages and candles and little things like that. So these are great for that. All right. You want to do the tree topper bow first or the staircase bow? I know, we're ready. All right. Oh, wait, let me see what the other questions were. All right. What size loop do I start my bow with? Okay, so the loop that I'm gonna start my bow with, tree topper staircase. Well, we're gonna do both, so I'm gonna start my bow with the biggest I want it to be. Generally speaking, I usually start my bows at 6 inches. Just kind of a rule of thumb I use. Okay, let's see, what was the other one? Okay. Okay, so the question was, can you stack narrow, non-wired ribbon on wired ribbon as an accent to the wider ribbon? Does it stay there? So the answer is yes, of course you can. You can always do stuff like that. But let's look. Okay, so if we take our red ribbon here, let's just make a couple quick bows. Awesome. Okay. So we'll do a couple quick loops. Okay, are you talking about making it on top or are you talking about adding it on? So there's two different things you can do, okay? So this way, hold on, let me get some supplies out here. Let's start with the first way. Okay, so we make a loop. Okay, just like that. Wired ribbon. Now we come on top with unwired ribbon. So here's the thing. With unwired ribbon, it's inherently going to be floppy. There are a couple of things you can do to it, but it's no guarantee that that's going to work. I just want you to, for demonstration purposes, show you what it's like. Unwired ribbon is really for more specific purposes. It's not really made for bows. And the ones that people do bows with, they generally put the slits in it. Okay, so watch. Even if we do it larger, it's going to do the same thing. Okay. Is the swag an option? What do you mean? We are going to do something on the swag. Okay. So now when you put your bow on, you see what happens. It's gonna droop. You're gonna come by and straighten it, and then in a day it's gonna droop again. Now watch it this way. Alrighty. The way it would have a better chance of standing up is if you layered it on top of this ribbon. And in this case, it will stay. And it's really actually a really cute little thing to do, because it gives your bow a totally different look, and it allows you to use up some of your non-wired ribbon. So yes, you can. You just want to keep it taut to the loop, and it will stay. You see? And look how cute that is. So it's actually a very good question. See? And it makes it look totally different, right? You can always layer your ribbons on top of each other, and they will stay as long as you keep them taut. I have never tried a curling iron, but I have tried fabrics, you know, stiffener stuff like starch and things like that. And it'll work for a little while. But it's like your shirts in your closet. Eventually, it kind of falls out. But you see? All right. It really does look cute if you layer it on top. And it's a great way to use it. You can glue it or sew it, but honestly, if you keep it taut, it will stay. All right, so let's do our tree topper bow. Look at the stuff I got out. I got little legs, little elfie legs. I don't think the hat I can make work because well, maybe. There's a Santa hat. I have these. How cute are these? Aren't those cute? These. I love these. I have several of these. I have the legs on a stick. More of that kind of red and white candy cane stripe. I have little Santa curly cues. See our little Santa curly cues. All right. And then for a different one, I thought this was really pretty. Okay. All right. So that's what we're going to put in the little center. All right, so I brought over letters for Santa, as I thought that would be super cute with what I picked out. I gotta move over my stuff here. Okay. So let's do 18-inch tail. Casey, is there a code for the... Oh, I don't know if she's on. She may not be on. Oh, what did I do with my phone? Okay. All right, let's do 7-inch. Okay. 7. I'll flip this one. You need all of these things. They're cute, aren't they? Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get all these in and then I'll fix these two. There we go. There. This one is completely upside down. I'm just going to set it back here. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. I love the red and white little part. What did I do with that red and white ribbon? Choo choo choo. I swore I brought it in here. I did not. There's some. Let me just go get one. Hold on. What are you doing? What's Sassy doing? She's running back and forth. What I did. I needed Sassy. Sassy. She's like, no. All right, I got it. Look how cute that is. It would be cute on the Santa mailbox. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're going to do 7 again. This time we're going to do 3. Okay, y'all, we did a 20% off on the website. It's everything on my website, everything in my shop, but it's only today. And it's automatic. That's what I was asking Casey about. Okay. I love all the things. Just like this. Okay. Oh, I wonder why. Okay, where's the beginning? This is weird. Where is the beginning of this ribbon? No. Oh, wow. What a mess. How in the world did this happen? I don't know. It is like... Wow. Maybe if I could find the beginning of it. There it is. Okay. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, it just made a complete mess of itself. Okay. This one is going to be all 7-inch. Okay, so this one's going to be 2. Wow, this is a mess. It's like looped around the little thing over here. I don't know how that happened. It's almost like the dogs got in there and ran in circles. It's weird. Alright, so let's come back with 1 for this one. Chop off our tail. There we go. So we can get it going the right way. Okay. We're only going to do 1 loop. Okay. Dovetail these. Okay. Now let's deal with this one. Okay. This is the one from the bottom. So I'm just going to pinch it up and I'm going to stick it right down here at the bottom just to fix that one. Okay. Okay, at the end of this you have to tell me what your favorite bow has been. Okay. Here we go. that one out. So there's our indention. All right, now look, if your ribbons are moving from the top, it's because you're not holding it while you move. See, when I move this, you see how my ribbons start moving around? You've got to hold one side while you're tightening that, or else it's not going to come. It's going to move, in other words. Yeah, I do too. Oh no! Your dog is bad, huh? Okay. So let's run our wire under here. There. Hide that back in the middle. Okay. Now we can fluff it out. Okay, the other side. I am twisting and pulling. Getting them in place. With tree topper bows, you do want long, exaggerated tails. I just like mine to drape. Sometimes I'll do curly, but most of the time I want them to drape. Now, if I'm gonna do curly, I'm gonna make those a little bit longer, and then I can curl them up. There we go. All right, so that's the first one. Let's do the second one. Okay. The polka dots are 1.5. Everything else is 2.5. Oh, whoops. Let me fix that. This first one we have to cut off. So let's cut it at about 22 inches. Because you have to have enough to put in to make sure it's gonna stay. So I'm gonna put my zip tie already under that so I can make sure it's gonna grab that. Then I will go ahead and start. Okay. Okay, so 7-inch. Seven. flip these two. There we go. There. I do feel like it makes it a little bit easier if you pull it up and then flip it. So you'll see that's what I do. So pull up and then flip it. Okay, and then I can pull this out, trim it off, dovetail it. So the ribbons that work best are the canvas type ribbons because they'll hold their shape. The best in anything that has like bright colors and glitter and things like that. Now some people just like plain red. One of the best things to do is to have options, like color options. Okay, so we're going to do 3 at this one. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. See if we can get this ridiculously tangled thread. Okay, here we go. All right. All right. So 1. 2. There. And then we'll come back with 1 loop of this. So I want to do my right side. Okay. So put that in. Okay. Now I just go ahead and start mine upside down because I'm going to have to turn it that way anyways. Just kind of saves me a little time. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we'll get our zip tie here. So there's our indention. So watch. You see how it moves all my ribbon? Hold it And then when you move this around, it's not going to move. Also, make sure it is really in that groove, because that's going to be the other thing that's going to make your ribbons not match. Alrighty. When you're twisting the ones at the bottom, make sure you don't undo what you did to twist them to get them in the same pattern as the other side, because you can easily do it. So just watch when you're doing it. Okay. There we go. All right, so see, we have 2 matching bows. Okay, 2 matching bows. Now we're going to create the center, okay? Come here, cutie. Come on. All right. So, to create the center, just to get our little pieces out. Isn't this cute? This came from Carolina Pottery. I want to know what it is. CP 85299. But see, it has the little Santa thing, which matches this. Okay. So, I want to arrange these maybe like this. Let me open y'all back up some. Like this. And I'll take the other one. I'll put him on the other side in about the same spot. There. Okay, move this one this way, this one this way. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Look at that. All right, and then I really like these, so let's add, let me pull y'all up a little. Let's add some of these. Okay. One thing you can do is go ahead, when it starts to get hard to hold it, go ahead and put a zip tie. You can put many. Okay. All right. I have 2 of these. These also came from Carolina Pottery. They're CP 84732. There's 2 of these. Okay. So we'll put one here. One here. Okay. And then you want to pull them out. We don't want them to all kind of hang together. Okay. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Let's do another zip tie. So these things get heavy quick. So use your zip ties. And there's a lot of ways you can cover this. And I'll show you. Okay. Put that right there. Same thing, these came from Carolina Pottery. These are 281155. Okay, I've got 3 of these. Alright. Aren't those so cute? I love these. The colors are perfect. It looks very Christmassy. Those were really bent, okay? Which I won't need all that, but I kind of need it to be out a little bit so I can add it. Okay, like this, right here, and then right here. Okay. And right here. Okay. Kind of just bending them so they'll kind of drape over like this. There. I want my little hat to be kind of at the top of this. Okay. Uh-oh. That zip tie is no good. Okay. There. Okay. All right, now, if this is something that's going to go on someone else's tree besides yours, then you want to get it cleaned up and make it look professional. So I'll cut off all these ends. Okay. You do want a few inches to put into the top of the tree. So about, what, about 4 inches, something like that. Okay. About like that. Okay. So what I like to do is put a couple of zip ties going down. Okay. So a zip tie here. A zip tie here. Okay. All right, now, what did I do with that ribbon? What I usually do is I'll take my hole punch and I'm gonna punch a hole in my ribbon. Hi, Daddy.
Hey,
You okay?
I'm good.
I'm gonna zip tie this on because I don't want this ribbon to come off, okay? And then I'm gonna twirl this ribbon around and cover this mess. Let's just cut some off. So it'll cover these so that no one will hurt themselves, and it just covers all the ugly mechanics up. About a 20-inch piece, 22-inch piece. Okay. Now what I do is I will take my rustic wire and I will take that and I will tie that around that top piece of wire, and this is what they can attach it to their tree with. Okay, so now let's look. So you can see this is the tree topper. See how nice and neat it looks? Just looks like a little package. See, isn't that cute? Then they can take their bows. Okay, so they would tie this on their tree. Then they tie this bow here. And this bow here. Look at that. How stinking cute is that? You like it? That's cute, right?
Yeah, I like it.
So I'm gonna tell you, tree toppers are very, very popular. All right.
Works out.
Can you do something for me, Daddy?
I can.
Can you bring me that? Don't hurt yourself, bro. Can you get that mailbox out?
Yes.
All right. I have two more things I want to do. I'm not sure why I brought these in here. No, the mailbox.
Oh, okay.
That big mailbox.
A big one.
Yeah. Will you be able to get to it? Okay. All right. So we're going to do a bow for the stairway, and we're going to do a bow for the mailbox. Okay. I don't think I'm going to use these because these didn't really go with the ribbon, so I can save these and do a different one for Elf. Okay. Can you get it out? Okay. Yay! So we're going to use this.
You're easy.
I know it doesn't.
Where do you want it?
Right here behind me. Sassy's like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this stuff. So doesn't this look kind of like a birch tree
Got something
with
behind
little
it?
berries on it? And then I have, where'd I put them? There we go. She's taking off. Here they are. All right, then I've got these, okay. These are gonna be something we put on the mailbox. Mama approved, okay. All right. So those are gonna go on a mailbox. Let's do, so our mailbox one is gonna be, okay, where'd I put that ribbon? this one. Look how pretty that is. And look how beautiful that is with that. What do I do with that other ribbon? Okay, it's not there. It's not there. We're going to use some of this. Oh, right here. So we may or may not use this one. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it next to it, I'm not sure I like that. We have this one. That one looks good. I don't really like that one. And we can do, we have a red and black truck, which I think would look really cute. Hi! Okay, so let's do the mailbox one, and then we're going to do the stairway one. Let's start with this one. See, these all have a very woodsy look. Okay. Woo, this is gonna be pretty. All right. So let's look at our mailbox real quick. Whoops, not that much. So here's our mailbox. Okay. Now, when I'm doing something on a mailbox, generally what I do is take something like a door swag and I'll tie everything onto that. And then I can tie my little zip tie thing to these two pieces and it'll go around here. So this is what we will tie it on with. I don't know if we even have our bungee cords back here. Probably not. We don't, do we, Dad?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. You know what? I think we used them to bring the machine over here. So I don't know where they are. They're here somewhere. It's the somewhere that's the... I don't think it's in here. It's okay. We can use ribbon or something to tie it. It's okay. We'll just make do. Okay. So I'm going to take the tag off of this. Let's see. All right, just for the sake of watching, let's just tie it on with this. I'll find my, so what I usually use is bungee cords, but not really sure where those are. So sometimes you have to improvise. Improvisation. It's okay. All right. There. All right, that works for right now. There. Okay. Now. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you what I was going to tell you. So when I'm doing mailbox, I really want them to drape down just a little bit. So let's see. That's about 22 inches. So that's what we're going to make our tails. So it's an over-the-door swag. It's an over-the-door swag that I just use to put on, because I'm going to tell you, the swags that you have to buy for the doors, for the mailboxes I mean, they're terribly expensive. These are not expensive. Okay, so 7. I love this ribbon. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. Okay. So pull that out. Trim it off. Okay, let's put a little sparkle in it. Okay. We're doing 7. Okay, 2 at 7. Oh, this ribbon is so pretty, isn't it? Now, oh my gosh, is that pretty. I want to put this in. This is a really cool texture. Can you see that? It almost looks like webbing. Okay. This is a very kind of natural ribbon, very textured. Works really well with something like this. Okay. I feel like I'm getting out of frame here. There we go. All right, now we're going to bring this one in. He is so cute. This is going to bring in our color. All right. I want to go down to 6 inches. So we're going to stack it. Remember, that just means, I'm sorry, we're going to layer it. That just means that we're going to go at different measurements, kind of going up. Okay. Flip. We're going to do 3 at this. So we're basically doing 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. We just did it starting at 7 inches. Okay. There we go. All right, now I gotta fix my trucks because he's gonna go backwards. All right. There we go. Yep. That's why I wanted to do the timing the way it was. I just think it kind of works out really well for, well, and you have, actually December is when I sell the most of my bows. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it before December. Okay. Emily's sending me pictures. Cute. Okay. So we're going to do 2 of this one. This is my favorite right here. I love this one. Kind of looks like, it looks wintry and it looks like tree bark to me. Remember, if it starts getting full, just push it down. Alright, so, yes, for dovetails, what you do is, you fold it over, you're going to cut at an angle towards the wire. So you remember how when you were in school and you would do the hearts, it's kind of like the beginning of the heart. Okay? There we go. And then we'll end off with this pretty one. She's sending me really cute pictures. Okay. There we go. All right, now. Get that started. Okay, so you can see where that indentation is. And you see that? You see how it has that little channel in there? So hold it on one side and then run it around. And you want to make sure it stays in that channel. Because that is how you make sure that your ribbons stay the size that you made them. Alright, that fly is about to drive me nuts. I'm going to cut some rustic wire, because sometimes people will want to tie these to the top of their mailbox instead of around it. So and this works a lot better than pipe cleaners. Pipe cleaners can kind of, they'll be fine in the weather and whatnot, but they can kind of tend to break and just, it's hard to get it around. All right. There we go. Okay, now, so you can see I have a pretty good amount. So I'm going to start fluffing it. Okay. We'll fluff each piece. What you humming about?
Bunky courts are playing hide and seek. And
oh, that's okay. I made it work.
Well, they're winning, and I just lost.
They're probably at the studio.
I don't doubt that. Come on, girl. Sit down.
That would be wonderful. This fly is making me crazy. I need a fly swatter, apparently. Okay, look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. And look at our pretty tails. All right, now watch. Okay. See, can you see him just like buzzing around me? Seriously? I want to hurt that fly. All right. So what I do is I put it on so that our tails will drape over the sides like this. And you see that? Move them around. down. So my little tactic didn't work very well. But that's okay. You can kind of see how it works like this. It'll be back further a little bit. So I have them kind of draping down. Okay. See if we can get this to come back on. I should have put it through that little channel. Maybe if I put it through that channel, it won't fall off. Let's see. The ribbon's on there tight. Okay. There we go. There's a little like channel thing here. So I'm gonna tie it on that. That ought to keep it up. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Now. Just like that. Oh, how cute is that? Let's tie that on. Quick like. Okay, so I can put that there. So I'm making little pieces here. Tie that down and then have it drape. Let's put this one on top. Okay, like that. Okay, now let's do the other side. Okay. So you see what I do is pinch it, kind of fluff it up, almost like a loop, and then tie it down with one of the pieces. So pinch, tie, fluff, pinch, tie, fluff. So you see how cute that looks? And then do you have a garland or a something like that? You can use a garland too. You would just cut it to the right length. Okay. Aren't these pretty? I have added more bows than originally planned because I knew that I would be adding some, but I didn't know how many, and I wanted to leave space for, you know, things that came up that maybe needed to be covered. Okay. There. So can you see I've got it kind of coming up in the back? So I'll do similar thing on the other side. Now if I was going to sell this as one piece, I would zip tie these in. And probably glue as well. Oh, I had planned 26, not 10. Casey was the one who was saying 10. I had 26 planned. She was like, that's too many. I was like, that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, I had way more planned than 10. I just had planned to do 10 for the recorded portion. And I ended up doing more than that. This is like a little ball pick. It has the same little colors in it. But it's kind of cute to put kind of towards the front. Now, of course, you would want to glue these in and whatnot. See, that makes a little bit more sense now, huh? Okay. Y'all know I like to cut things into as many pieces as possible. There we go. Okay. So what's been your favorite so far? Well, we still have one more to do. And then you can tell me what your favorite is. We just got one more, Dad. All right. There we go. Like that. How you doing?
Doing good.
Okay.
That's neat.
That's neat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite different.
Is it quite different?
I've not seen too many of those decorated in that nature.
Well, it's out. It'll be outside on the mailbox.
They're cute.
So it will be okay. I don't think your cats could get to it. Okay. All right. So the last thing we're gonna do, y'all, can you believe this is it? This is the last thing. We are gonna do a bow for the stairway. How many of you have seen this stuff? Have you seen this? Okay. I know I have made so many. You're right, I have. The big question is, did you learn stuff? All right, so this ribbon, it's very interesting. It is pleated, and it has like a gathering in the center. This is really awesome to put in the back of bows to kind of hang down, okay? It only comes in 5-yard pieces, and honestly, to make a bow with it is very difficult. because you see when you make a loop with it, it just kind of looks weird. It's like a bonnet. So, but what it is useful for is draping in the back as a tail. Okay? So I'm gonna cut, first let's get out our swag here. Okay. So this is what is kind of popular right now, is to just take a swag. You don't put anything in the swag except the bow. I'm not even really going to spend time fluffing it out. We're just going to kind of open it. I'll fluff it out later. So this can go down your banister. It can go at the bottom of your stairs. Okay, so we want it to go to the bottom. So not quite a yard, about 30 inches. So we need 2 pieces like that. Okay. About right here. Woo, my eyes itching. Okay. Now, gonna take this, find the center. That center's gonna go in our bow maker. And I'm gonna put it in just like that. Okay? It's kind of messy. I'm gonna go ahead and put my zip tie in. Okay. So we have options. We can do red and white Grinch, or letters from Santa. What do y'all feel like? It is really pretty. Tiny tube top. That's funny. Okay, so what do we feel like? Santa. Okay. Sounds good to me. So Santa needs to be about, Santa's tail needs to be about 30 inches. I hit 10,000 steps again. It's really pretty, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to put letters from Santa down. Okay. Alright, we'll start off with him. Okay, so we'll do 7 inches. So it's going to be pretty similar to what we've been doing. There's going to be a little bit of difference. Okay. I'm going to flip these in a minute. Okay. All right, so let's flip. Flip and flip. So flip those. Okay, let's make our tail. Oops. Now we're gonna do a 14-inch piece. We may do 2 at 14. Yeah, we're going to do 2 at 14. 2 14-inch pieces. Okay, we're gonna dovetail them. Cone is tired, I bet. One goes right across here. Okay. There's that dang fly. One goes up, just like this. So when you do anything that's going to be sitting on a swag, it's a good idea to have some ribbon coming up. Okay. Let's do this. I like this. It's going to work really great. It works really great with this ribbon because it has that little candy stripe on it. Okay, so we're going to do 7. Knew that looked funny. Okay, 7, 7. 7 and 7. Okay, let's. All right, now 2 pieces at 14 inches. We need to dovetail them. It is pretty, isn't it? I agree. One's gonna go in the center here. One's gonna go up top. Okay. Come in with some red. One 7-inch loop of this. There we go. All right, now we need to do a piece of this for the top. There we go. Okay, so now dang it, I did it again. I've got to cut it right. I want this to be smaller. So it's probably going to be about 18 inches. Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're going to 6 inches. Alright, now what did I do with that ribbon? Here. I want to do one smaller piece with this. Okay. So like a 5-inch. I think this just coordinates really well. All right. So pull this out. There's our channel. See it? Slide it around. All right. Mixing ribbon colors and patterns. So, you know, with bows, there's really not rules like there are with clothing, right? So you can mix patterns with bows. It's not the same as trying to dress yourself. Colors. So let's talk about colors. When I'm picking out ribbon, I'm going to be picking out elements in the ribbon that are going to coordinate and bring out elements in my, so this is my focal ribbon. Okay, this is the ribbon that everything's based on. So the ideal colors to pull from this is red, white, and green, and this red and white stripe. So those are kind of the colors that I would go on to make everything coordinate and match. If I have different patterns, such as this is a check, this is a stripe, I just don't put them right next to each other, but they actually work fine together. There is no rule that says you can't do one or the other. Okay. You see why these up here look great? Okay. So now we'll fluff the other side. These little ribbon tails make the bow look round and larger without having to use all that ribbon. So that's why I like to use those. Then I don't have to use as much ribbon. And you're not going to be able to tell because they're still going to kind of round out. And so they end up working. See how pretty that is? Yeah, isn't it pretty? Okay. Now. So the point of having this is an easy way to attach it to your banister, right? We can kind of fluff this a little. That's pretty, right? Swags are one of those things that can be really popular or not, but they can always be used for things. They make great pieces for centerpieces. They make great pieces for your fireplace. They look great coming down your banister. So they do have their purpose. Okay. So you don't really see the swag all that much. It basically just holds your bow. See, when I tie it in the back, then this is the part you would tie onto your banister. Okay? And then You see how having these pieces at the top rounds the bow out and makes it large, and you see how this just adds like a little fun element. There we go. See how we have all these pretty elements kind of draping down. Okay. Pull y'all up. And you see how this would look on a stairway. Now that is quite the bow, isn't it? See that? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? I love that. That's super pretty. All right, so have you come up with any other questions that I haven't seen? I knew you were going to say that. Okay, I'll bring it home.
That's Mother.
This one's going home with us.
Okay. Oh, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
That is neat. I like
Okay.
it. Good.
Okay. It's quite the bow. That's your favorite? Yeah. It is quite the bow, isn't it? Ah, I cannot type. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to go through the calculator tomorrow. But yes, it is gonna have recorded instructions that you can look at. But I'm gonna do a live tomorrow and show you how to use it. So. The mailbox. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I tell you. And we'll take a couple examples of some of the bows that we've made, and we'll price them out. Okay. And so I think tomorrow we're gonna do maybe 5 o'clock. Because Susan's going to come on and show y'all something at 3. Yeah. Do I have tubing? I don't know if I do or not. I have to look. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow at 5. We'll do it tomorrow at 5 Eastern Standard Time. Okay? And then I will record a version as well. The black and gold Lisa bow, I like that too. Awesome. Did y'all learn a lot? No. It's part of the whole thing. It's part of the whole thing. She had a craft fair this weekend, so she can't do her part till tomorrow. Don't look too much at that calculator yet because I have to update it for today. And then it'll be today. Now the price calculator part is in there, but the formula for the bows that we did today is not. But I'll get that updated tonight or in the morning, and then it'll all be on there. And it's all calculated out for you, so it'll tell you how many inches on each layer, how many yards it uses in total. You can put in the price of each ribbon you used, and it will tell you the cost. Then there's another sheet that you can plug the cost into, and you can add in like Etsy fees and packaging and all that kind of stuff. and then it will give you a price that you should charge. I'm so glad. Oh yes, I definitely will record it, because I do realize it's Sunday. Yep. We do our stuff early. We do the noon. I'm tired, but I have a lot of energy. Just like my dad. Yeah. He was telling, who was he telling that to? He was telling it to Share Bear last night. He said, she has to stay busy because she has a lot of energy. And she said something like, well, I wonder where she gets that from. Okay, y'all. Well, I hope y'all have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 for Susan's, and then at 5 for the bow calculator. I'm tired too. But I'll get home and then I'll be all wired. That's just kind of how it works. It has been fun. I have really enjoyed it. So I think this will really help you. It's going to give you a lot of bow options that you can use for different things, and just some general information on, you know, bows and how you can change them. All right. Okay, y'all. Have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye, y'all.